welcome. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Holly Lee. I am a leadership career coach where I help all of those who are tech and non-tech with a passion to work for one of the top technology companies. Honestly, it really doesn't matter what company of choice it is, because what I like, what you like is not the same thing as everybody else's. And I am the founder of my well-known VIP coaching cohort where I help professional people with a full interview preparation from their resume, LinkedIn, to writing their star stories and mock interview so that you all can land a job with your employer of choice. I highly recommend that you look at the Amazon hiring managers and bar raiser playlist. It does not matter who are interviewing for. So over here, I would highly recommend, if you have to watch anything at all, the first thing is this right here with Stephanie, who was a director of bar raiser at Amazon and also employee number 50. So watch that and learn how she was able to grow as a diversity, as a woman, like the biggest company in the world, and she's now heading up LinkedIn, the company. And the second recommendation is the very first video up here with the AWS interview tip with the AWS partner team, with the leaders, and also our longtime friend of my YouTube channel, Victoria, who used to be a former member, and she's still at Amazon as a level 6 doing an amazing thing. If you haven't already, go follow her. She's all over LinkedIn and blowing up Instagram with tips and strategies on how you can get ready to get your cloud infrastructure or cloud technology background, not just for AWS, but any company of your choice. Now, many of you right now are looking for employment, which is understandable because we are in a recession. I'm just going to call spade as spade. But if you're looking for employment, do not put all your eggs in one basket. I would say do not look at just all the big employer, because there are still layoffs that's going up with midsize and a lot of the tech giants. As your coach, your success is to my benefit. So here it is, guys. I would look at smaller organization, preferably startup who are going through Series B or Series C funding. Why is that? Because if you're looking for employment right now, if you're going through applying for a startup, for instance, you don't know if you'll have a job in 3, 6, 9 months. You're lucky to have a job with any employer within a year, right? Because things changes rapidly. So my best advice to you is look for startup with a product or service that you would be interested in. If you have had experiences to something similar, for example, if you come from a consumer background, a B2B, B2C, B2CD, I just made that. I don't even know that exists, by the way. So you will want to look for that. Google or bestfriend.com can tell you anything you want. So that's the first advice for you is if you look for a job, make sure that you are being broad here. Also, if you're coming from a tech or non-tech, you're good in doing one thing, either product focus or services focus or consumer electronic or gadget focus. This is a great time for you guys to transition. Transition meaning, what about thinking about working on things that you've never done before? So it's a great time because this is time for you to, one, polish your branding. I have my entire channel. It's free, by the way. It's not going to cost you anything at all. If you watch even in January, the entire 2023 for that matter, 2024, I talk about how to improve your resume, your LinkedIn, how to network. I have a tutorial on how to show you how to do all of that. In fact, I have examples where I do a lot of LinkedIn profile review. Really, it's similar to your resume. So you don't even have to pay, I don't know how much you guys pay, 500, a couple thousand, I've heard, for anyone to help you with your resume, where what they're going to do is spit your resume into a platform and voila, spit it all out with a bunch of words or keywords in there to maybe help you land interviewed. But you still need to be very clear on what you want to do. Remember, everyone, the employers or the AKA recruiters, if they're still with that company, they're evaluating you and a lot of other people. So what makes a piece of paper that you have so unique that they want to jump out of their laptop and give you a call or send you an email through your inbox? So you have to think about that stuff. So what do we do here? We need to make sure that we don't just apply for job. In fact, I'm not a fan of applying for job. I know that a lot of recruiter would smack my hand. I know that probably 99% of the people will not agree with me, but applying for job to me is still suicidal. Everyone is going through the same directions. So what are you doing differently? I did the assessment 2 weeks ago. What kind of assessment are we talking about? 2 weeks ago, but I have not received any answer regarding if I will move forward. If you have done any kind of assessment, I'm assuming this is for Amazon, for tech or non-tech, by the way. For the tech folks, it's usually along the line of your technical experiences or expertise, right? Coding, problem solving. For non-tech folks like ops, product PM, a lot of that is around cultural fit and the way you think. If you do not hear back from them, it could be one or two things. It could be because there's a lot of people that one or two people are reviewing all of the assessment. So the best thing I can ask for you to do is check with your recruiter and keep tab on them. Even if your recruiters are really slow right now, you have to keep in mind, with good intention, they are overwhelmed and bombarded. In fact, by now, I'm not really sure those are in-house recruiters at Amazon. I don't know any Amazon recruiters who are in the office right now. And a lot of the recruiting folks that I know who used to work for Amazon are no longer there. I don't know anybody in recruiting that is still with Amazon, maybe at a very high level, the one person who's actually in my hiring manager playlist. So I would highly follow up with them for that. I would recommend reaching out. I believe they had a commitment to reach out with some sort of update within 2 to 5 days. It's true. It's called 2 and 5 Promise at Amazon. It's been around for, I want to say, 6 to 8 years. The last time I was at Amazon was 7.5 years ago or so. They were wrapping up the 2 and 5 Promise. I know it's still alive. Again, your recruiter may be really different, or they may be waiting for the hiring manager or the person reviewing the assessment, or even any kind of interview feedback. You just have to keep your communication fresh with the recruiter and keep tab on them. I have been getting a lot of Amazonians, Amazonian, ex-Amazonian going to other FANG companies, other FANG companies going to startups. So I've been getting a lot of those folks. Basically, you guys are all asking the same question. So I don't want you to feel like just because you've never worked for one of these big tech companies before, you're afraid to ask questions. There's no such thing. Everyone deserves to take a moment to evaluate what they want to do next in their career. So just remember to slow down, guys. Slow down before you all speed up. Accept a job offer just because you're afraid that another job offer may never come around again. Because when you do that, you have to think about that. You're shutting the door with potential employer that could be a better fit. It also looks really bad during a recession that you take a job for a paycheck and you keep on quitting, getting another job, quit, another job, quit. So you can eventually find the one that you want. What I'm trying to tell you is that if you could afford it just a little tiny bit longer, do interview to get the practice, but really think about if this is the right environment for you still. And yes, you do want to negotiate, because more than ever during the recession, you may be hired for a program manager, but I guarantee you guys, you're going to be doing a lot more than program management. So make sure that you all are asking intelligent questions to identify exactly what your scope and responsibility is and how you're going to be collaborating or delegating with what team. So don't just take a job offer without asking a whole bunch of questions. And if you are my pay YouTube member, if you go to the community tab, as mentioned, give me until the end of the week. I will put all of my template in there to save you guys time, so you can just download whatever you need, questions to ask the interviewer. So I'm trying to make things that are more aligned to the recession for 2024. So there's a lot of new material that is coming this summer for you guys. Thank you so much for popping. All right, be well. See you guys next week.